Hello. Today we'll be working on a Berkeley Jet in the 16-foot Tahiti Malibu jet boat. It is a 12JA-B, pretty early model of Berkeley pump that we have in here, driven by a small block Chevy. We replaced this tiller arm that you can't actually get anymore. We got this off eBay. I was able to replace it. Somebody had drilled a bolt into the Woodford key and had put another, and you can just kind of see the notch right there, another bolt in to try and keep this piece on because they had lost the head. It was all siliconed underneath and it was looking kind of disgusting. So we went ahead and ordered a new tiller arm. This is the old tiller arm. As you can see, somebody siliconed the crap out of that, and under the underside we cleaned it up a little bit. This was actually bolted on. It's not threaded on this model. On the new one it is threaded. And here are the two chunks that somebody took out of it to try and keep it in place. So we replaced that piece as well. We got a new nozzle shaft pin which has the Woodford key slots, and then it also has where the bolts will come in and hold this in place. I was concerned about the old one being damaged from those bolts that were drilled and screwed through, so we got a new one of those to hold that in place. We got some of these bushings, and then just to finish out that section right there, we got this part right here, which is the number 9 Woodford keys, and these actually just fall into place here as you slip the tiller arm back on top. So we're going to get to that. So here's the old shaft in there. So what we're going to do, we're going to undo these cable bolts, and these are specific tie down that has a notch that keeps this cable in place. We're actually going to replace that cable as well. Here's the steering arm, and this is the tube, and this is where that nut on the end right here will go on the new one and seal that whole housing as well. We'll take a look at the nozzle wear ring also in here, see what kind of condition that is in, see if we need to change that out. And then these other two bushings, so one will go up here, another will go in this arm, and then finally there is this place down here. So the nozzle bolt comes out, and then there's a smaller shaft right underneath there that we'll take out. To remove the steering cable, you're going to need a 8 hex wrench, and then just it has a locking nut on the bottom. Put it on again. It's just going to spin it right off the tiller arm. Right here. And tiller arm is now free to move out of the way. Take off the clamps for the control cable. So that's now out of the way. Perfect. We have this square nut right here that we're just going to back off. It goes inside and then settles into one of those little divots on the inside of the keyway right there. So the tiller arm finally came off. I think the paint on the inside was actually binding it up. So now that that's out, we're going to take off this control arm right here. get that out of the way. So the control arm has a swivel joint right here, and then this nut goes into the bottom of the arm and keeps the cable in position. So now we've got the reverse cover on top of the nozzle that we're going to back out right now. Okay. There we go. It's just 2H7 ones. And what you do, you just actually push these two pins inside the nozzle and bring it off. This is where our bushings sit, right here on both sides. And then we have our two shafts for the reverse gate that were in there too. Okay, right there on the opposite side. This, so that the threads are on the outside, and you can actually see a bit of the paint. From there, we have two more, those two bolts on the top and the bottom, and we're going to need an extension on the end right here to get to that bottom one. So let's do that one first. Goes in. There it is. And then we have another one right here. And I got this tool right here. Perfect. So those are both out. Now you have to get this pin out of the top and the bottom also. Now the bottom came out pretty easy. It looks like it's exactly the same as the sides. Same thickness, same length, same thread. That's the bottom. And then we have the top one. And again, these also have the bushings in there too. So let's see about getting this out a little bit. So we have one of the Woodford keys right there. I think we were actually missing the top one. Okay, right. So I'll push that all the way through this hole and clean it up a little bit. It seems to be just binding on there just a little bit, just like when we were trying to get the tiller arm off. Here's a reverse gate. It looks in pretty good shape for the most part. We'll put a bushing back in. Bushing here, and then we'll put another one up here as well. So in order to get the nozzle with the shaft and the Woodford key back up through, you place it inside, and then you would hit a tool or something through this bottom shaft to push it upwards and put it into place. So that's what I'm working on right now. Here's the inside of my jet. Doesn't have your typical end on right there. It's just a slotted nut, actually. There you go. And then, so what I'll do, I'll check that it's filled up with oil once I replace it.